President Trump and the First Lady will head to Pittsburgh this afternoon to offer support for a city trying to heal from the deadly synagogue shooting. Parts of the city skyline were bathed in blue light last night to honor the 11 people killed. David Begnaud is outside the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh. David, one of the most painful live shots I've ever been at. I've been thinking about it all night.
Bianna, good morning. It's still just as quiet here this morning as it was when you and I stood here yesterday. We anticipate the president is going to come here to the synagogue with the First Lady. Mr. Trump has already said he's going to the hospital to visit one of the wounded officers. The man who police have named as the killer in this case is not going to get out of jail, not anytime soon. That's what a federal judge told him yesterday, and we were in the courtroom when it happened.
Robert Bowers was in a wheelchair during his roughly 10-minute court appearance on Monday. The 46-year-old accused shooter said very little except yes when the judge asked him if he understood the charges against him, which include federal hate crimes, that he could face the death penalty for. The SWAT team found Bowers in front of the synagogue as he was trying to get away.
I'm coming in from this direction right here.
Dr. Keith Murray is medical director for the Pittsburgh SWAT team. He was with tactical officers as they entered the building and found 5 victims in the main sanctuary. He says one of them was in shock, but still alive.
She was holding on to one of her friends who was deceased, and then we quickly evacuated her so that we could continue on through the structure.
Dr. Murray raced upstairs with his team. The gunman was barricaded, and an officer was down.
Operator shot. We got one operator shot at this time.
He was shot multiple places, so it looks like he took one round to the head. It actually went through his helmet.
Did his injuries appear to you in that moment to be life-threatening?
Absolutely. I mean, he was going to die if we were not there.
It has been 3 days since the violence, and emotions in this tight-knit community are still raw. Some, including the Pittsburgh Mayor Bill Peduto, fear that a visit from the president is just too soon.
The last thing I want to see is, while these families are burying those that they lost, that there are protests and streets being closed and other things that are taking away from the most important thing that we can do, which is honoring the dead.
Look, the rabbi of the synagogue here, the Tree of Life, says the president is always welcome. But the rabbi of one left-leaning Jewish group says he wants the president to stay away until Mr. Trump denounces white nationalism. Gayle, today the funerals begin. Among the first to be buried, Dr. Jerry Rabinowitz and David and Cecil Rosenthal. They were brothers.
It really is time to honor the victims. Thank you very much, David.